Now, when you first open Acrobat with no particular file open, just the application Acrobat, and this is the desktop version of Adobe Acrobat. So if you're on the online version, just download and install the desktop version. But basically, when you've got this particular program in front of you, there's two views. There's the home view and there's the tools view. So the tools view lets you gain access to various tools that you want to work with, and there's quite a variety of them inside of Acrobat. And you can search for the tools using this option here too. But the home view actually lets you see your files, or files you've scanned, or files that have been shared by you with other people, or others who have shared a file with you. It also lets you see any agreements that you've created or e-signature documents that you've created. And it also allows you to access various file storage locations, your computer. I've got a Dropbox account, I've got a Google Drive account, and a OneDrive personal account. I've also got a OneDrive business account. But I can also add more storage options just by hitting this option here. So you can access your PDF files or your documents from all sorts of storage locations. Now on the home view, as I'm seeing here, I'm actually seeing a sort of a list of the files, and that's because I've got this option here chosen, list view. But if I click this option, then I'm seeing a thumbnail view. So you've got two different ways that you can view the files that you have on your home view. You can use this button to create a new folder should you want to organize your files in a certain way. Now, when you actually click on a file as well, if I click on, say, this file, then I also get information about that file. I get a bit of a preview and I can walk through the pages and view the various pages in that file, just to check if that's the file I want to work with. I can see when I last modified it in terms of a date and time. I can share it with somebody, or I can edit it or export it or organize it or download it or even delete it or move it or rename it. So you get a number of options here when you choose a file. If you choose a couple of files, then those options are narrowed down to just downloading, moving, deleting those files. And I can hit this minus to select all the files and hit it again to unselect all the files. So this is your home view and this is your tools view. Now, the other thing that you've got, if we look at a particular document, is I'm going to go to File and I'm going to go to Open. So this is one way. You can go Control O. It's another way to open a file. But I'd like to open a file. Let me just grab it for a second. And I'm opening a file that I've called Summary. So here it is here. Now, when you open a file, you now have a third view. You've got your home view, you've got your tools view, but now you've also got the document view. And the document's called Summary and it's a PDF file. So I'm seeing this third view. Now, above these three view tabs, you also have what's called a menu. And a menu has File, Edit, View, eSign, Window, and Help. So if you're asked to choose something from the menu, it's that part of the screen. Now, the other thing that you have here whenever you open up a document is a toolbar. And so this toolbar allows me to move down and up through the 4 pages. It also allows me to minus to zoom in or plus to zoom out and see the text more clearly. Of course, you could choose this option as well to zoom in or zoom out and increase or decrease your magnification. You've also got the option here to print, and we'll be looking at some of these options shortly as well. So that's your toolbar. Now down the right hand side of your screen is what they call the Tools pane. And the Tools pane has got buttons that allow you to edit this PDF or protect this PDF or organize the pages in this PDF. So that's known as your Tools pane. Now I'd like to maybe save this document with a different name. So I'm going to go to File and I'm going to go Save As. Notice the shortcut key is Control-Shift-S. So I'm going to go Save As and I'd like to save this file on my computer, and I'm going to actually choose a different folder, and I might choose Documents, New Folder, and just call it Online Course. Actually call it Acrobat Online Course. And so I'll save my file into that particular folder, and I'll call it Summary Document. Just one word. And I'll click Save. So you can open a PDF file and save it with a different name and in a different location. Now actually, when I look at that file Save As again, and notice it is still Control-Shift-S, there were other options as well where you could reduce the file size, which just compresses the file. You can also restrict editing, so you could put a password on it that they can't edit it or change it in any way. You can also convert this PDF file to a Word document or any of these other sorts of formats that are available. So be aware that when you save a document, you can reduce it, restrict what they can do to it, choose a different folder to store it in, and also convert it to something other than a PDF file. So I'm just going to go cancel. So there's quite a few options in there. Now, having saved this document as summary document, I can now see right at the top here in what's called my title bar, that summary document is showing at the top. That's the name of the file, but it's also showing here on the document view tab as well. So that document name is showing easily.